Hello everybody, how are you guys again today? Back here with another video again today. Today we're as of Christmas, Sayaka came back to give us all a nice Christmas present, and he posted a little bit more information out there. Again, he's not given any major spoilers. I'm assuming there's reasons for that, but he's not. So if you guys come here expecting some major spoilers, nothing too major, just minor spoilers, kind of like the last episode where we talked about his information, like he said the Hong Kong battle was at night or something, and gave some more information on MG. But yesterday he randomly came back. Like I said, not a lot of information, but we'll still talk about it. He came back randomly and posted, which I don't believe is in response to anything. He said GVK will be bigger than King of the Monsters, more monsters than King of the Monsters. Titans live in the heart of the earth, and Apex will be the bad guy, or is the bad guy. That's 3 plot points of, or like bullet points of information right there. This film will be a lot bigger than King of the Monsters, more monsters. That there's something that Titans do live in the center of the earth, which is something we've heard from the other leaks, interestingly enough. And that Apex is a real organization, which has been speculated about. And if you go off IMDb, yeah. We'll go more in depth on that. But then right after, someone responded, and basically they just reset his quote, and they said who is in Apex, and I think they mean who is Apex, not who is in. But it does Mothra come back? Now he doesn't answer anything about Mothra, I'm assuming, because that's kind of a big spoiler or whatever. But he says Apex is an evil company similar to Umbrella. I have no idea what Umbrella is. If you guys can kind of explain that to me, that'd be nice, I guess. Because that's what he's comparing it to. He's comparing it to some evil company named Umbrella. I'm not really sure how I feel about it being an evil company. Maybe like an evil organization. But like, if he actually means company, does he mean actually a company, not like an organization like Monarch? Like everyone's speculating? Who knows? This is already on the last bit of information we got from him, but someone said, not sure how well you may be able to answer this one, but since you said that there will be more Titans, I'm curious to know how the film focuses on them. Is there an emphasis on just Godzilla vs. Kong, with the other monsters regulated to background roles at best, or are they linked to K and G's conflict? And then someone asked for some reason, if Madison gets a dog. I don't know what that's all about. But he then proceeds to respond with to answer the first big paragraph question. The response is mainly the part of humans exploring the Earth's core. Mainly the part of the humans exploring the Earth's core world. So, what can we gather from all the information he has given us in just these few posts? Again, not much. I made sure I looked through several times, see if he came on and posted anything else, because last time he posted quite a bit of information. This time not as much, but I just kind of came on and randomly posted some information. So, what can we gather? What can we wrap our heads around here? So basically, going off this, what we can gather from this, he says, one, this film will be a lot bigger than GVK, or King of the Monsters. We'll have more monsters. So, for anyone out there who loves a ton of monsters in a big movie, I have heard this movie compared to Destroy All Monsters already with leaks. For anyone who wants to just see tons of different monsters, there you go. You're in for a treat. If you want a film that's even bigger, than King of the Monsters, apparently this is going to be it. There you go. Probably means a lot more screen time for Godzilla and them, which I don't mind. I think King of the Monsters utilized it, screen time, pretty well, even though it was somehow less than 2014's. And no, we don't need to start an argument about that in the comments. I said that, it's not that big of a deal. But, save that for a future video, trust me. But, yeah, so maybe that means Godzilla will be getting quite a bit of screen time. Kong had like 15 minutes in Skull Island, which, they could definitely probably give him a lot. I could see him getting a lot more than Godzilla, since he could probably be a more relatable character, more of an actual character. I could see them just letting him have most of the screen time and shining, since the humans probably relate to him the most. Um, we'll get back on Titans Earth Core, but he talks about Apex being an evil company. That's his words. Maybe he just says company because that's kind of just like the words that came out of his mouth, basically, at that moment. Or off his keyboard, I guess you could say. But company or organization or not, basically he confirms that Apex is something in the movie that's evil and does do stuff to basically their antagonist. Somehow, some way, they're the antagonist of the movie. He doesn't specify how. He just says they're an evil organization or company, similar to Umbrella. I'm not sure what that is. You know, we have a bunch of casting on IMDb, which I need to do in a future video, but of all sorts of people who are playing Apex characters. So I'd say at this point, it's pretty much guaranteed Apex is something in the movie. Their role in the film, we don't know at all. You know, if we go on the IMDb, that really doesn't give us much either. The only thing we really have that gives us any information on what they do in the film would be the other leaks that came out, which we aren't for sure true or not, where they steal Mechagodzilla and stuff. We just don't know any of that. You know, we don't know how true that is, how closely they relate to Monarch, if they're even related to Jonah Allen's group, because no one's specified yet. You know, they could just be their own thing. They might not even be the terrorist group. You know, who knows? There's not enough information. Jonah Allen, or Charles Dance, I should say, isn't returning in this film to reprise his role as Jonah Allen. The last big thing he said, though, is that humans will be humans. There's a world basically at the Earth's core. There's a world the Titans live, and basically, it's kind of going to be more background in the film. So it sounds like there's not going to be a heavy focus on Titans on land, unless he just kind of read the question a certain way. He wasn't answering too much about like Behemoth and them. You know, he thought they were specifically talking about the Earth core plot. Getting that from that, I kind of assumed, reading that, I'm assuming that guy meant all the Titans that weren't Godzilla and Kong, but, you know, who knows what he thought. But if we're just going off his words, Grant, it sounds like Titans that aren't Godzilla and Kong, basically, they're not really, they're going to be extremely background, other than the ones that are getting in the Earth's core that they're going to focus on. Again, though, like I said, he could have read that wrong. Or maybe I'm reading that wrong, who knows. I think it, I don't know how background stuff like Behemoth and them would be, Rodan, you know, if they even appear in the film, at all. You know, who knows how background they'll be. But it sounds like the Earth's core ones, while they'll be background, it sounds like they'll be a pretty big focus point in the film, that there's a world in the Earth's core, and Titans basically focus on it, or they basically are going to focus on it quite a bit. There's only so much you can take away from that, but, you know, that's some pretty interesting information right there, that there's going to be something basically that's beyond the Hollow Earth, it seems like, unless that is part of the Hollow Earth, which probably is. But the only thing that I think about from the other leaks, though, that mentions this kind of is how, yeah, the humans, there's even other leaks that say the humans are kind of going to explore the Earth's core in a way, because in those leaks, the creature who is so ancient and holy that I can't speak its name because I am just like stupid, but the from Norse mythology, the world serpent, Jörmungandr. Oh my god, I should not have tried to say it. But those leaks say basically he's in the Earth's core, and yes, obviously it's going to be a very dumbed down one from the Norse mythology. People kind of got pissy with me for talking about the leaks and basically saying that the leaks talk about how he's in the film, because that'd be impossible, because he could wrap around the world a bunch of times. But look, guys, from the information I got, no, he's not. He's not gonna be wrapping around the world serpent. It's just gonna be like a kaiju size. But yeah, so I mean that could possibly be down there. It could be something that he just hasn't mentioned. I know in the last video he said, "I don't know Snake," but you don't. He might not have that much information on something. We do, but he is confirming that there's going to be a focus on kaiju living in Earth's core. So that's really interesting. So yeah, that's all the information we got as a Christmas gift from him, I assume. So that's all I can share. I'll link the form in the bio, the description again, like I always do. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please, as always, share, like, subscribe. As always, peace.